another cold winter, and the best way to fight against the coldness is to embrace it. We are here at northeastern province Jilin, and we are going to make a trip across the vast snowland. Welcome to Travelogue. I'm Liu Changying. It's an exciting journey across the vast snowy landscape of Jilin. We start our journey from Chagan Lake in the northwest of the province and make our way through Changchun, the provincial capital, and Jilin City before ending up in Changbai Mountain. Can you believe it? I am on a huge lake. This is Chaganhu Lake, and in winter's time, it becomes all a huge piece of ice. And the ice is some 2 feet thick. And what's even more unbelievable is that some people are going to catch some fish beneath the ice. And before they start to do that, they have a little ceremony over there. It's called Wake Up the Lake. Right over there. Fair enough. Before you take something away from the lake, you should pay your respects. Clearly, the ceremony is a chance to say thanks. The people living around Chagan Lake are mostly Mongolians, and they are followers of the Yellow sect of Tibetan Buddhism. And this explains the presence of the lamas at the ceremony. When the little ritual's over, the boys share some wine to raise their spirits. Then it's off to the lake for some fishing. You would never imagine that fishing could be such a solemn act. Now we are going to find out how they're going to fish on the ice lake. Here they still use the traditional means of transport, a huge sled pulled by horses. There's a sense of something primitive in the air as we skate over the vast and seemingly endless lake. This is the net. Oh, 这一个车上面就是一个大网。 It's really hard to imagine how they're going to do it. You know, fish the fish beneath the ice with such a big net. This is only half of it. But I think I'll understand it when I really see it. Chagan Lake is one of the 10 largest freshwater lakes in China. People living on its shores fish in the lake all year round. During winter, the way they bring the fish out of the water is quite unique. It's a very old method. And since it's still in use today, I guess it's still the most effective. The first thing to do is to drill a lot of holes through the 2-foot thick ice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and many more. One question is, how do they know where to place the net to maximize the catch? In other words, how do they know where the fish gather? Seems there's nothing down there. But if you look carefully, there's little bubbles. And some people told me that the experienced fishermen can tell the difference from the bubbles here. Some of the bubbles come from the grasses down at the lake, at the bottom of the lake, and some of the bubbles came from the fish. What happens is that a rope is tied to a pole, which is inserted under the ice. Eventually, the rope will pull the big net under the ice, And so the trap is set. He's kind of moving the pole at the bottom of the lake forward. 然后呢，就把绳子收上来。能找着那绳子吗？哟嘿！哦。
这一杆就到头了。
这一杆啊。
再走就是上前面点，走下一杆。
Oh, this is like one pole's length, and it's like sewing the cloth, and the big pole is like the needle. You sew the cloth, but this one is like you sew the lake. 那就是这样子的话，那个网就从那边下下来，是吧？
从那边下去，就是跟绳带过来。
从那绳带过来，然后。And so, little by little, the big net is inserted beneath the ice. Usually, the net is left in place for a day before it's hauled in. The moment when the net is pulled in is really exciting. It's so heavy that horses have to be called in to help. Harvest time! Watching the fish being hauled up in this most primitive of ways, standing on a boundless ice lake beneath a dull sun, surrounded by the merry crowd. It's a moment that will remain in my memory forever. Amazingly, a single net has been known to yield as much as 50,000 kilograms of fish. No wonder the fishermen are so respectful of the lake. It can be really generous. 是今天最大的呀？
哎，鱼头。
鱼头啊，头鱼，哪个？这个最大。This one, this is the biggest one of this net. You just told me it's some 15 kilograms weight. Whoa, hello. I'm sure it must be pretty tasty. Ski is now the most hottest winter game in China, and here we're at Lianhuashan Ski Resort, just a 1-hour drive out of Changchun City. It's time we have some fun on the ice. Let's go! Lianhuashan claims to be the closest ski resort to a city in China. It's just an hour by road from central Changchun. It's actually a pretty small resort. A run down its longest piste lasts only a few minutes. The resort is attempting to cash in on the burgeoning love of skiing among China's younger generation. All the equipment and clothing you'll need is available for hire, since after all, only the most devoted skiers own their own gear. And professional coaches are also on hand to give you some pointers. A group of youngsters are having their winter camp here. The youngest among them is just 6 years old. This game really warms me up. I'm not cold at all. I'm all sweating all over. It's my turn. Okay, there we go. Bye-bye. It's really a very, very cold morning, but nature has a wonderful reward for us. Today we have Wusong. We need to get over the ferry and to that little island. It's Wusong Island, to see the beautiful phenomenon of Wusong. It's a scene that's unbelievable and unforgettable. In the bitter cold, the river flows slowly and quietly, shrouded in mist. All in all, there is a tremendous air of mystery about the water. For this reason, there is no better place than the island to see the scene of the frost on the trees. It's really beautiful. It's a foggy river of Songhua-jiang. Frost doesn't form easily. It depends on the conditions, the temperature, the wind, and the moisture in the air. The temperature of the Songhua River is the key to the frost that forms on the little island. On this stretch, the river has just passed through the Songhua River hydropower plant. After spending some time among all the machines, the water's temperature is quite warm, between 3 and 6 degrees above zero. That's why this section of the Songhua River never freezes, whatever the time of year. We are really lucky. This beautiful sight does not happen every day. Some people come here many times or stay for a couple of days, but couldn't see it. It's as if it's been touched by magic. The place has been transformed into a frosty wonderland. Wherever you rest your eyes, you see a world that is gently frosted. People in the city of Jilin are so proud and so serious about their particular wonder of nature that some years ago they held a public debate, which by all accounts got pretty heated, on what to call it. In the end, they settled for Wusong, which means misty pine trees. This is truly a fairyland. It looks like sugar, it looks like salt. I wonder how it tastes. This place makes me want to remember all the fairy tales I know. For example, if the 7 dwarfs want to find a place to hide Snow White, that little building over there would be a perfect choice. I never imagined that ice and snow could be so romantic. They have a special power to move you, which reaches into the most tender corner of your heart and awakens all the innocence and fantasies of your childhood. The white snow seems to purify everything around it, making the world simpler and more friendly. Whichever direction you look, you see a serene, peaceful, and benevolent paradise. There's no problem remembering the name of Jilin, the city, since it's the only city in the country that shares a name with the province where it's found.
鞋真漂亮，还这就是那个乌拉鞋，是不是？
Hey, you should take a look at this one. This is what people used to wear when they trek in the deep snow in the forest. Long time ago, it's old-style shoes. Very, very strong. It's made of something like the hide of the ox. Waterproof, like ancient-style Gore-Tex. And this one keeps you warm. It's made of very good wool. In 1976, a special visitor came to Jilin City. To commemorate that visit, people built a special museum. This is Jilin City, the Songhua River, and this is where we are at the little museum. And to the north of it, at Jinzhouxiang, that's where the meteorite was discovered and exploded all over the region. On March the 8th, 1978, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the meteorite came from northeast, and it exploded some 17 kilometers above ground somewhere here, and scattered into countless pieces, covering an area of some 500 square kilometers. And the miracle is that not one person, not one single animal was hurt. At the museum, you can see meteorite samples from all over the world. It feels both smooth and a little bit grainy. You see those little concave here? Those were formed by burning through the atmosphere. And when you think of it, I'm actually, literally, touching the star. However, there are times when man-made beauty can rival that of nature. The Songhua River, where it runs through Jilin, is the backdrop to many major events that take place in the city. Each year, to celebrate the Jilin Ice and Snow Festival, a grand firework display is held along the river. Despite the deadly cold of the night, the magnificent lighting up of the night sky brings visitors to the city from near and far. We're getting up to the mountain, and that's what I'm going to up with. A huge tank. The uphill ride isn't that easy. Only a powerful vehicle, something like a tank, can safely negotiate the sharp turns of the zigzagging path, pushing through the thick snow and ice on the surface. At first, we were traveling through forests, but gradually the trees became sparser and eventually disappeared. That was when the view became truly magnificent.
45 minutes ride. If you have time, I would prefer hiking up here. It would be more exciting. And over there, that's the pond of heaven.
I have nothing to say. I'm speechless. You have to see it yourself. No wonder they call it the Pond of Heaven. In its name, the lake reflects our sense of awe in the face of nature. Changbai is the sacred mountain of the Korean people, and the lake is their sacred lake. Each year, many Koreans come here to pay tribute to the mountain. Although I'm not Korean, I'm still deeply moved by the beauty of it. Actually, you are considered lucky if you get to see the real face of the Pond of Heaven. Since the weather up here is pretty unpredictable, and more often than not, the lady hides behind clouds and mist.
It's not very cold, a little bit sweet. This water comes from the Pond of Heaven. Funny, people call it a pond. Actually, it's a very, very big lake. Imagine this. If you divide all the water in the Pond of Heaven among the 1.3 billion people in China, each one of us can get 1.5 tons of it. Imagine this. And this water never freezes here. It comes from that waterfall. It's 68 meters high, and it is the source of the Songhua River.
The water comes from deep down in the Pond of Heaven and never freezes, whatever the time of year. Changbai Mountain is a dormant volcano, rising 2,744 meters above the sea level. Records show that between 1597 and 1702, it erupted 3 times. So, deep down beneath the snow and ice, hot magma is boiling at the heart of the volcano.
It's really, really hot. This one is the hottest hot spring around here. It's 82 degrees Celsius. So that people actually cook egg around here. It's not only the water here is special, the stone are also very special. Like this one from the volcano. It can actually flow on the water. Take a look at this. Oh, it's really, really hot. 15 minutes later, it's cooked. Let's try it. But just to my taste. Oh, I should have some salt here.
If you were to come in the summer, Changbai Mountain would be very different. Foliage would block the sunlight, and all kinds of white flowers and grasses would carpet the land. The bad news is that you won't be able to enjoy a hot bath in the teeth-chattering cold, or the fun of skiing down the mountain. There's plenty of choice when it comes to places to stay on the mountain. Many of the hotels have an in-house hot spring bath. But if you want to get a real sense of the local life, you may choose to stay at the family hotels near the town of Erdaohe. The hotels are in fact the homes of former loggers, and you are guaranteed a warm night.
哎，进来进来，来，哎呦，咱早饭吧？对对，咱们早饭。真好哎！这锅里蒸的什么呀？锅里头是腊八粥。哇，你真棒哎！
大姐，您这个灶好烧吗？
好烧。
都烧着咱林区的木头。
对，捡的那个支压棒子什么玩意儿烧。
啊。
烧这个灶是烧火强的。
这还有一灶啊。
这个都是热乎的。
嗯。
这都热乎，菜怎么搞顶上不凉。
嗯。
完了，这个墙也是热乎的。
墙也是热的。
直接烧那屋的炕。
啊，就这个火烧上来。
这个烧炕可热乎，这墙也热。对，
It's really really warm. I know it must have seemed a very chilly journey, but let me assure you, if you ever come here, you'll meet the very warmest of welcomes.